I'm headed up to the post office right now to mail off the last 2 packages at the Polar Bear Challenge, and then that should be over. Anybody made the top 4 spots that wanted something will be getting something this year, so that worked out pretty good. Right now I'm filming with my Bloggie camera, and I was asked to give a review. So first let me talk about 3 bad points that I don't like about it, but none of them are a killer. First off, the quality. On a bright overcast day or a bright sunny day, the quality's fine, but otherwise in every other condition the quality's mediocre as far as the clarity and the sharpness of the video, and it doesn't do close-up very well. Although for somebody that does motorcycle vlogs and does them in the daylight, that's not a deal breaker, but just to let people know that I think the Vado is superior in that area. The format also is a problem. It's one of those Sony formats that doesn't really want to play nice with anything on computers, at least that I'm aware of, so it's not bad for me as a workaround, because being a computer geek, I've got all kinds of converters, and what I basically do is I don't even have to convert the file. I can download a thing called K-Lite codec pack, and that actually allows the file to work with Windows Movie Maker. As long as you do one slight workaround, you do have to change the file to a .avi extension, so you got to kind of do a little bit of workaround to make the file format work with everything. And the last thing is, I would tell you, if you get the camera, don't plug it into your computer unless you absolutely have to. Use a card reader instead and take the memory card out and do it that way, because the camera itself and the Sony software always wants to take over and be the end-all and be all of everything in your computer, and unless you just want it to be. I mean, if you like a photo organizer and you like the way Sony does it, that's fine, but I like to do stuff my own way, so I don't want Sony to take over and tell me how to organize my photos and my videos and how to import them and stuff like that. So I would recommend doing that, and then if you can take care of those 3 problems, or they don't apply to you, then none of them to me is a deal breaker. Maybe if you're not really experienced in computers and you want something simpler to work with, then maybe it would be. So anyway, I'm going to go in and mail the packages. I'll come out, turn the camera on again, and I will tell you the positives and the things I do like about the camera. Okay, what I do like about it is the basic design of the swivel lens was pretty much made for motorcycle vloggers. I don't think you could have designed that any better. Plus, as an added bonus, if you swivel it all the way around to the very back of the camera, it flips the picture around and you can view the screen at the same time you're vlogging. So you can, when you're not on the motorcycle and you're just making standard vlogs, you can see that the shots lined up okay. So that's the greatest thing about it. Just the basic design of it really is, to me, what they should have kept it. And a couple of extra features it has. The one that I like the best is the fact you can also shoot in 720-60 frames per second, which if you like to do slow motion, you can slow it down to half speed and still get smooth video, or even a quarter speed, and it's not too bad. You would have 15 frames per second if you slowed it down to 1/4 speed, which if you want to do some special effects, that would be good. It also has, the one that I got comes with the 360 lens, which I think is kind of cool. You're obviously not going to use it all the time, but it's nice to have an option like that too. So overall, I really would have wished that Sony would have stayed with this camera and even improved it a little bit. Made a, well, they did make the next generation of it, but it went back to a camera that's pretty much the same style and shape as the Vado, really. And the one negative the new Bloggie seems to have, I think it's called the Bloggie Touch, is its focus just doesn't seem to work right. Every review that I've seen where people have taken time to really show a lot of video with the camera, it seems like it's always hunting for focus, and I hate that in a camera. I would rather they just, if they're not going to do that, don't even have it autofocus, just have it be fixed focus and deal with it. Which I think this is. I think the Bloggie here is just a fixed focus, and that's probably the reason why you can't get really good close-up shots. I think pretty much everything for it to be really clear has to be about 2 foot away, which is fine. I mean, for motorcycle vlogs, you really don't need more than that. But if you're a little more into the close-ups, up to about 12 inches and still have it look pretty decent, then probably the Vado would be more to your liking. So anyway, that's my quick review of my experience, and this is filmed. Oh, the other thing I forgot, there was one other thing that's like always with Sony, and this goes for my other Sony camera too, I have a CyberShot, is the sound quality. I still think they always seem to pay attention to the sound. The microphone's always good, the sound quality's always rich and deep compared to the Vado. The Vado, the sound's okay, I mean, it's passable, but Sony, and in the cases of some Kodak cameras too, they have pretty good sound. But that's the third thing I almost forgot to mention. I do love that rich Sony sound on a vlogging camera.